2 weeks straight. Yeah. I got it now. I know what to do. It only took
Yeah.
almost a year, but we got it.
This is longer than a year, homie, but yes, you did get it.
Welcome, everybody. Episode 45. I'm Trey the Chocolate Jar.
I'm Alex Dupree.
Welcome. Come on, come on. Thank you all for checking us out every Wednesday here, wherever you're watching us or listening to us, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. We everywhere, baby. Thank you all for checking us out this Wednesday. Miss Dupree, how's it
Yes.
going? What up?
Fantastically. Been rowing on the rower.
And who
Feeling
makes this
good.
now? What's the brand? Ergati, right?
Ergata.
Ergata. Let me cut you
I
up.
sent you the picture.
You sent me the picture. How's it been going? Have you used it yet?
Yes.
All right.
That sucker costs a lot of money. I'm going to use it. Batman and I are both using it. So right now, we're trying to do 2 a days. And he's rowing in the morning.
Well, you are working out twice a day? Okay.
Yeah. So we're easing back in. Well, he's easing back into it. And so I want to do a little something in the morning, a little something in the evening. For me, I'll try to go for a run in the morning and then row in the early evening or something like that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You
It's
come out the gate with
exciting.
it. You come out the gate with it, huh?
I thought you were going to show the picture of the rower because remember you
I
showed the
don't have it
bucket
this
rower.
week. You're supposed to when we did this. See, this is the reason
I
why.
sent it to you.
No, this is the reason why
No,
you don't jump on at
no,
8:42.
no,
You jump
no,
on at 8:30. I'm sitting here looking at 8:30, waiting on her, and she's like,
no.
I guess this is all about show prep. You know how to do this.
I
This ain't
sent it.
new.
I'm gonna send it to you right now again.
No, I don't, because then I'm stopping and throwing off the whole flow from the show,
That's
looking
on
at
you.
this. Yeah, but you got a Ergata rower, right? Did you send it to my Facebook page? Perhaps send it to my inbox so you can show the people this. But you showed them last week, right?
No, you kept showing all the busted rowers. No offense
Well,
to anyone who has that, any of the rowers you
nobody
showed.
has a rower. Trust me, that's watching this right now. Nobody owns a rower, so you're by yourself on that one.
Well, you showed all like the inferior rowers. And so like mine is the Colin Kaepernick. I got
Okay.
that athlete's rower.
So you've been using that?
Yeah, it's been
Okay.
pretty freaking awesome.
Now,
Yeah,
how often, like, how long do you stay on the rower?
it depends. So right now I'm doing whatever little workouts they have whatever loaded in for you and they have like a program built. So I'm just doing it getting started, a half hour, just a little light work.
All right. Well, congratulations to you and your rower. Thank you for your rower. You hear my applause? I got sound effects. Yeah, got sound effects. So
Yeah.
good. That's very good to hear. I got notes. Just want to let you know I got stuff I've written down, and I got a pen. I have come prepared today.
You have to come to class with all of your utensils and implements.
Yep. So of course, we're definitely going to talk about the slap, however you want to call it, heard around the world. We're going to actually talk about what we've seen online, and people's opinions and these conspiracy theories and all that, and then about maybe about
theories. Are there conspiracy theories?
And then about 4 hours ago, it was what is it? It was announced that Will was actually asked to leave the Oscars and he refused. So we'll chat about that as well. So, all right. Yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense. Should we just jump on in? Because that's a whole hour right there just talking about this mess.
We can, but first I would like to reference something we spoke about last week, and I did post it in the comments of our show. Did you see Billy Porter? Or maybe I just posted it on the page.
If you bring up this damn Billy Porter one more time. I could care less about
You didn't watch the video?
No, I didn't watch the video, but I did see that you posted that. You put it up there.
Yes.
Tell them why you care so much about Billy Porter.
Because I don't care that much about Billy Porter. It's just I was scrolling through and in the middle of the night, and I played this let's see. And it was a jam. And I know artists who have put out several albums and this is their only job. And they not jamming as hard as this song was jamming.
All right. Good. Cool.
Just it felt good. It was the refreshingness that I needed.
If y'all want to hear about or give a damn about what she's talking about, just see what had happened was, and it's up there. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's get to the good stuff. The good stuff. The good stuff. All right. Of course, we saw the smack. Let's see it again for the 190 millionth time.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of it.
Yeah. Here we go.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's
G.I. Jane のジョークだったんです。
fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and dissect this if we can, frame by frame, right? Okay, so what's going through Chris's head, his mind right now? Because I think he's saying to himself, did that just happen? Did that just happen? Like, right?
He's saying did that just happen? And how do I find a way to look as less stupid as possible right now? Like, how do I not have a cracked face? How do I keep my composure? Everybody in the world is watching this right now. And how do I continue on to show that I'm a pro at this gig that I can get in that is a top level? All of that is spiraling through his head.
But it did hit him because there was one moment where you saw him where he was like, he had to stop himself from going there. Let's see if we can get it to that point here.
I think that's just how
that was the greatest night in the history of television.
Right here.
So we're here.
No. Not
to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out.
Okay, yeah. So that was I guess I just had the part where he gets smacked. This is the part where I actually give commentary. I give live commentary on it. We're gonna go fast forward to the part where he actually. Okay, yeah. So let's just watch the slap again because I just like seeing the slap. Hold on, let's just watch the
what?
Do you not see what I'm? Oh, okay. You don't see what I see. We're just gonna watch the smack again. Hold on. Because I mean, you just can't get enough of seeing it. You know what I'm saying? You just can't get enough of seeing it. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go back to Chris. Okay.
He really just smacked the shit out of him and walked back to his seat.
Pay no attention to my commentary that I'm giving.
Now they've muted the sound because they're cussing each other out now.
This is live, by the way. This is how they were playing.
What is Chris Rock thinking? See? Look at this. Look at Will. Yes. Keep my motherfucking wife's name out your fucking mouth.
That was a horrible part of me, trying to.
That was the greatest night in the history of television.
You gotta keep your composure, Chris. He's trying.
To give a documentary out.
Come on.
An Oscar out for best documentary. Now you do give documentaries because they make you when you watch them when you feel smart.
What is Chris thinking?
Watch them.
He's
Well, you really do is get high and watch Netflix. So here we go.
He's trying to keep his composure.
The documentaries, the nominees are.
Just play the shit. Yeah, just play the shit. He's like, look, just play it. Just play it.
He was not doing well. He was shook.
Yeah.
He was trying. He was stuttering. He was saying the wrong words. He was shook. He was shook. Both
I think the huge emotion that he had was, did that just happen?
Yeah.
What just happened? Did that just happen? Wow. I'm still tripping that literally just happened, just watching it over again.
I mean, so many other things are going through his mind too. Yes, that's the big one, but I guarantee you he is also thinking about this gig that he has, that this is one of the most coveted gigs in Hollywood, where it's like, well, I just pushed an A-level person to do this to me. So did I just lose my gig? Am I hosting for the rest of the night? Will I ever ask back? Did I ruin my status?
Yeah.
In being a choice to go to do this? Well, it was already.
He went through
all of that. All of that.
Yeah.
All of that. He's just like, I messed up the Oscars, so they probably will not hire me back. He just thought about his gig too. Are you kidding me? And his gig options.
a comment that said they'll invite. Hey, Santa Claus, ladies and gentlemen, Santa Claus. I saw a comment that said they're going to invite Chris to host the Oscars next year, and the ratings will probably double. That would really be a great idea, though, to bring him back as the host. Yeah, and just joke about it because everybody wants to see what he's going to say.
Well, I don't know because, and again, everybody's talking, and whatever the truth is, we probably only know about 50% of it, if that. But they were saying that they did rehearsals, and Chris did not practice this joke in rehearsal. So, like, you're supposed to say what you're going to say. So this came as a surprise to ABC. And
the joke?
This particular joke came as a surprise to the producers. And you give your information, your material, and you rehearse it in front of the producer of the show, the producer of the telecast, and the network, and all of these things. And I
thought I read that he didn't even write the joke.
Well, yeah, the joke didn't exist until it was off the cuff and it was live. It was ad lib that he made up, is what I heard. Like, it was not in the material that was approved to be given.
Okay. I thought I heard. Okay.
We didn't heard it all. So that's what I'm saying. The truth is, I don't know. 50% of what we've heard, one of them things is the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do believe that is a huge possibility of what happened, because you're live, you're in the moment, your eyes are going across the room, your eyes focusing on things, and you are supposed to be able to ad lib, and you're supposed to be able to off the cuff and to go with it in the moment. And so I think it's dumb for any producer to ever think that everything's going to be fully scripted, especially with a comedian.
I don't know, man. This is just a huge mess. But let's talk about the conspiracy theory, shall we? And what everybody is, well, not everybody, but a portion of people are assuming that this is staged. Why would it be staged? Why?
Not staged.
So they always think that, they always say, oh, just to build the ratings. That don't even make sense. Shut up. It don't make just to build the ratings. How do people even know that this is what's happening right now? Did they know this was going to happen? See, sometimes when you guys talk about these conspiracy theories, you don't even know what the hell you're saying. It doesn't even make sense. And I just watch people's comments, and I really think that, I've really been now believing and really seeing that, like, some people don't really change how they interact even when they get older. Because this is stuff that teenagers. It's a conspiracy theory, or they lying. Or how that you instantly I just watch people's comments, and I'm like, you could just tell that this is the way they've always thought. That they are always going for the lie or the conspiracy theory behind it. So why would it be staged? Chris Rock, he sells out all of his comedy shows all the time. All the time. Now, I will be honest with you. Let me get some water here. You can go ahead and talk.
I can see something being staged, but not this, only because of how much was at risk. So I can see him going up to the stage. I could have seen a slap being staged, but it wouldn't have been, and then he walks back and curses him out. It would have been, I can see, we've seen bits.
Right.
We've seen bits.
Something about that, you could just tell that it wasn't right.
And for the possibility of what it could have done to Will's
he wasn't thinking about that.
Right, but that's why it's not staged, because when you stage it, you think about it ahead of time, you plan it out. So what it could have done to his career and his image and all of that and his status, that was not staged.
Definitely not staged. So again, Will Smith. So these actors, they get paid their money up front. I don't think they get paid based off of, or maybe it's worked out differently to where they get paid off the box office numbers. But like, none of this is stopped. Like, Will Smith is going to get his money in his movies, regardless if this was, I don't know what benefit he got. Like, he sold his books, he makes movies, he makes money, he's successful.
We can shut this down. We can just say not staged and next.
Yeah, not staged and next. Okay. All
Such a
right.
big
So
deal.
here's the next question. And it really kind of changed my thought process about it because I didn't know that they asked him to leave.
Yeah,
I thought that he just was sitting there and, the commercials came and, Tyler and Denzel came and talked to him and, they just
Cooper and
continued with
his
the show.
PR team.
Huh?
Bradley Cooper and then his PR team.
Oh.
His PR team was talking to him during the commercial break. Like
So
right away.
that's when you think he was informed that, look, you got to go or what? And then what would have happened had they announced Will Smith, best actor, and, he's gone now, So how do you play that?
You play it like it is. Who would have Chris Rock accept the award on Will's behalf?
Right. That would have been funny. So like I said, a few hours ago, they had just announced that he was asked to leave and he did not leave. So I'm like, whoa, I think that at that point, now that makes the punishment a little more severe because he, denied or he defied what they were asking him to do. So now I'm like, So the first thing that popped in my head was a 3-year ban of the Oscars. You think that's what? What's that face?
An arbitrary 3? What's the 3 for? Why not 4? Why not 2? Like, where do you get 3 from? Just because it's a nice round number? Like, not round, but 1, 2, 3 is a thing we do.
Yeah, that's what popped up. I think that's fair. Just ban him for 3 years. He can't win or be nominated for Oscar for 3 years.
What?
Yeah.
Now you're tripping. Because I can see if you say he can't attend. He can't win an Oscar
be nominated.
or be nominated. That's not you got to separate. You got to separate, homie. You got to separate the gig, the craft.
No,
yes.
Listen. You're telling him that he can't come to the award show, but he can still win the award, right? That's like saying that's like suspending somebody from school. And hold on, I'm trying to get a point here. I got the end part. I just don't have the.
Yeah, but tell me I can't graduate. Tell me I can't get my report card. No, hell no.
All I'm saying is the fact that they asked him to leave and he did not leave. I think that makes the punishment more severe. That's all I'm saying. He said he's going to talk to Jay Prince. I got to show this comment right here. So Gary Gels is stupid. So I think 3 years, ban him completely to make it to where he cannot be nominated or win an award. And that's just setting setting the bar right there for punishment. If anybody feels like, well, then again, has that ever happened in Oscar history? Did they ever have to do this before to where it's now you got to question somebody's award or, question, has this ever happened?
You've had somebody get close to getting beat down. I mean, there were times Sean Penn showed up and was just.
He didn't go on stage on live TV and get to cussing and smacking a man.
He wasn't happy, and I do believe he walked up and when it was time to present his award, I mean, there was like no smile in his face, and he addressed it.
Okay, but it wasn't as severe as this.
Nobody got a beat down. Nobody got a beat down before. Nobody got slapped that I know of in Oscar history because I was a huge Oscar fan and I watched the greatest moments of the Oscars, and I'm sure that would have been in the compilation. Now that's what I call Oscar hits 2020.
So what do you think should be his punishment? And you guys watching out there, what do you think his punishment should be, Alex?
If anything, not allowed to come to the ceremony and for a set amount of time. But to say you can't win the award for your job, for your career achievement.
Why give him the luxury? Just ban him completely. And now if you give it a date, like effective February 1st, 2023 through February 1st, 2026 or something. And so now Will can take a 2-3 year movie break. He don't even have to make movies. All I'm saying is that the punishment is going to be severe. That's all I'm saying.
You have to separate the work and the personal stuff.
Don't take away the Oscar. He's worked too hard. He earned that Oscar.
But you're saying the same thing. You're saying take away his options from winning one for 3 years. And no, you separate the work and the personal stuff. He did something in his personal life. And so there should be a personal repercussion or some ramifications from that in his personal life, but not in his career.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, It's not like he doesn't have his own like production company. He can make his own movies and do all of that. What he's already working on, like the National Geographic or something like that, right? He's doing, all crazy type of off the wall type stuff right now anyway. So, I mean, yeah, ban him. I say ban him for 3 years. Just get out of the spotlight, man. Grow a big beard, gain some weight or something. Do what
Did that
Denzel
already.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Can I ask something stupid?
Yeah.
I'm going to blow it up and I'm going to do something that is really not equal. And I know that up front, but it's one of the most glaring examples of work and personal. Did we take all of Cosby's Emmys? Did we take all of his career awards away from him?
Don't go there, please.
I said it's a whole different thing, and it's whatever. Once it was personal.
Nobody's taking R. Kelly's Grammys or any awards that he's won or anything like that.
How many victims for both of those people?
Multiple. But we're victims too. Millions of people were victimized by watching that. Here we are 3 days later, and it's still heavy on our hearts, But still, I'm just saying. You can't tell me that you didn't walk away from watching the Oscars that night and you went to sleep feeling some type of way.
Well, I felt some type of way, but I probably didn't feel the way you felt.
And how did I feel?
I don't know. This is where you share that information.
I don't think Will was wrong for defending himself or going up there to defend his wife. He just shouldn't have done it how he did it. Meet him, follow him backstage. Once everybody's clapping and Questlove takes off, because he ruined Questlove's moment. He ruined it because at that point, after he smacked Chris, everybody's now on their phone, on Facebook. They're watching and trying to search and look. And what are you talking about, etc. Ain't nobody looking at Questlove win his first ever Academy Award. And the movie, what is it, Summer of Soul? That was a really good documentary. The footage alone was just like, wow, where did they get all of this stuff? So when y'all get a chance, is it called Summer of Soul? If I'm not mistaken,
I think it is.
Let me look that up real quick here.
Oh, you got time to look that up, but you ain't got time to look at my rower?
Summer of Soul 2021 film. It was a real quick find. Sorry, it was a real quick find. So yeah, when y'all get a chance, check that out. It's, I want to say, on Showtime or HBO Max, one of those two streaming. Oh, is it on Netflix?
It's on one of the ones I have access to, so I know it's not on something random.
So
not on Tubi. So I can tell it's not on Tubi. I'm not on Tubi.
Just when y'all get a chance, check that out, because that's a huge moment for hip hop. Here we go, Questlove winning the whole Academy Award for Best Documentary, and Will blows his moment. Another Philly boy blows his moment minutes before that. So when y'all get a chance, check it out, because it is a really good watch when you get a chance. So you think that how should he be? So just don't invite him to the awards.
Yeah. If you can't act, okay. If you go over somebody's house for a dinner party, they have all their friends over. You're one of the people they have over.
Mm-hmm.
You show your ass at the party.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get invited back to the next party, but that person doesn't cut you off as a friend.
Right.
But where you showed your ass is where you've lost your privileges.
I'm looking at the Oscars website right now. I'm trying to find the bylaws that show that you're supposed to be penalized if you there's a behavior standard, man. Like the world's watching, so I'll suggest let them feel it. Samuel L. Jackson won.
But the Oscar award is not for how you act at the awards, how you clapped when somebody else won and you lost, how you wore your dress and twirled. The award is for your acting and your work and your career. And so
it's a violation.
Ban me from the place, not from my achievement.
The integrity of the award show. Whoopi, who is a part of the Oscars committee, said that he's definitely going to fill it. I don't think they'll take his award away, is what she said on The View, but he's going to fill it. And so I'd say just ban him completely. Don't overlook him when it's time to win an award for a year or two. Maybe 3 was a little extreme, but he needs to fill it, That little pussy apology that he gave, you know, he had to do that. And I think it was good that he did it at the award show, you know, while in tears. Minutes later, what?
I'm trying to think. I think Roman Polanski was still nominated and won some
Who
Oscars.
the fuck is Roman? What? Huh?
He was a famous director, and he actually had to flee the country because he was convicted here, and he was on the run for doing something with some underage girls that was not on the up and up. And he was living on the run, like in Switzerland, something like everybody knew where he was, but it was like a neutral country. But he was still doing work and still getting nominated and still getting awards and on the run from the government.
I remember that. Okay. I remember hearing that name because of that. When you had first said, I'm like, who the fuck is Roman Polanski? Okay.
But I'm just trying to say, let's put some of these things in some type of perspective, because we don't need an unfair precedent set on the shoulders of a black man either.
I mean, he did it himself, though. I mean, we can't. And it was I think because it was also the ultimate embarrassment, too. You know, we see who's at those Oscars. We see who watches the Oscars. We see who's many faces are there watching the Oscars or there in the audience of Oscars. Come on. It was an embarrassment. Read Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's whole description of this. Like, he really articulated it very well. He really broke it down. He said,
what do you think should happen?
I don't know. I can pull that up. You asking me, say you get me here.
So you know, Kanye didn't hit nobody, but was he invited back to the award show? He showed his ass at the award show. He hurt somebody at the award show.
No, he just went up and kind of just interrupted what's her face's.
But he was still eligible for Grammys, right? Even though he messed up the ceremony and did some stuff to hurt somebody. And I didn't hit her.
The production of the show and started cussing out who was on stage to where everybody was paying attention to what he was doing.
The production of the show. He said,
"No,
I'll give you a moment."
That was it, though. It wasn't like he stopped and committed profanity and smacked Taylor around and said, "Bitch, get off stage." Here's Beyonce, come on up and girl, get this award. He didn't say nothing like that. You know, so he didn't commit a crime, you know. So Will Smith committed a crime in front of millions of people. He walked on stage and physically assaulted this man. Do you get it?
No, I get it. I get it. I'm not condoning what he
committed a crime at the Oscars. Then this is why I feel they should ban him from the Oscars. Stop making movies, dude. Just chill. You rich as hell. Chill. Just let it dwindle down, and then it'll be a big deal. Will Smith's first motion picture since The Slapper, or something like that. You know,
I cannot believe you are being so critical of a human that made a mistake.
Look at the mistake, though.
Wait a minute. You were trying to.
It wasn't a Steve Harvey, call out the wrong name at the Miss America pageant type of mistake. It wasn't a nipple slip at the Super Bowl. This was like a blatant, profane smack.
And so you're trying to affect his career.
Here's what I'm saying. If he was somebody starting out, no, but he's Will freaking Smith. He's got hundreds of millions of dollars. He has his own production company. He can just make movies just to be making them and just not know that he's not going to be nominated for an award. That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand why he can't be, because the work is separate. Just let him get canceled by society who doesn't like him now because he did this.
Take him out of the spotlight completely. Let it simmer down and die all the way.
Okay. We're gonna disagree. We're gonna
let him do Instagram videos. He can do movies. Just know, dude, this ain't up for nothing, credible. He can win a Golden Globe, he can win a SAG, send him to all of that, but the Oscars, fam, you banned. Okay. That was everything. Un-American, un-black. That was everything, man. Come on.
It was very black is what it was. It was just black. We weren't supposed to show in front of white people, but it was very black now.
Yeah.
So I very much disagree with you. I just can't see how if you do something at an award show, you think it would be fair for you to never ever, or for 3 years, not win an award for your achievements that are your professional
He
achievements. I
needs to
think
go on punishment. He needs to go
but he needs to go on punishment personally.
from the academy. He committed a crime.
All right.
He
We're done.
committed. It wasn't like he went on stage and like said something about the Ukraine war, or George Bush doesn't like black.
So you can't appear. You cannot be at the awards. You cannot accept award if you win. You can't.
Will
accept
Smith
it.
is what, 51, 52, relatively young in certain people's eyes. Dude,
Okay.
he's got enough money. Just
Think
chill.
about that.
Chill. That's all you do. Just chill.
Okay.
And like I said, the Academy Awards should give like effective dates. Effective this date during this time. He's barred from the Academy. He cannot be nominated or anything he does or whatever. Now Jada can come to the Oscars. Come on, Jada, come on to the Oscars, huh?
All right. I said, all right, whatever. I'm not going to agree.
Bring Jada to the Oscars.
Jada always gets to go to the Oscars. Whatever.
Yeah, take Jada to the Oscars.
So let's take this off of Will for a moment. Can we go to Chris?
Okay. Where's Chris? Who's Chris? Chris Rock. Oh. No. Chris Rock.
But I do like that you said okay. Like, wherever the fuck Alex is going, let's just go with what she said.
Yeah,
Chris.
let's do it. That's fine.
Alex wants to talk about Chris. She's my girl. I'm gonna let her talk about Chris. I like that you didn't even know, who was.
Let's talk about Chris. Look at that. Chris ain't suffering at all. This is helping Chris. Chris is enjoying the crisp dollars that he's making. Crisp honey.
Fine. Chris was wrong. Chris was disrespectful, and Chris was wrong.
I don't think so.
Wrong. Okay.
I don't think so at all.
All right. Well, let me.
Chris was telling an Oscar joke. It's like a roast. It's like a roast to everybody in the audience.
Take a seat for a second. Chris was disrespectful. That shit was hurtful. Now, he did a whole damn documentary on Black women's hair. And he said it started from his little girls came home and said, I'm not pretty because my hair is nappy. He did a whole damn documentary of the struggles that women, Black women especially, go through in society and culturally because of their hair. Because we come starting from a baby little girl, you are taught that your hair is your crown and glory. So if you don't have it, you are less than. You are seen as less than amongst your own people and in society. Will and Jada are movie stars. There is enough material out there that you can crack a joke about them still. I'm not saying they need to be off limits because I'm a firm believer of everybody can get it. I think the only people I think everybody collectively agrees is not supposed to get it is mentally impaired babies. But past that, I think everybody can get it. There are plenty.
This is why I don't think Chris is wrong, because everybody can get it. Keep going. You just go ahead.
But wait. But he was disrespectful. And here's the other thing. There's a code. This goes beyond act right in front of company. This is, you don't diminish Black people, your own people, in front of white people, in front of a white event. This is a white event. He could have picked so many more jokes. He could have got on an open relationship like Regina Hall did. There's so many places to go. These people are movie stars that have been in the spotlight for over 20 years. But that was the one joke he went for. He went after a Black woman's hair. Trey, you ain't a Black woman. You ain't had hair issues. You've not lived with this. I've had hair issues. That shit is hurtful. And he's been married to a Black woman. He's raising Black women. He should have known you don't have a conversation about a Black woman's hair, and you definitely don't have it in public, and you definitely don't have it in front of white people. I've been pet as recently as 2 years ago. I missed the dodge because I didn't see it coming. We learned to dodge, but I've been pet by a white woman as I was 41 years old because my hair, your hair, and ooh. It's not. This is not an exotic thing that you need to talk about in public.
Okay, so
it's off limits.
Why are we going so deep with it though?
Because that's what it is.
So, but this is what I'm saying. It's the Oscars. So hear me. It's the Oscars. It's a quick roast. Ha ha ha. I'm talking about you.
But that's not where you roast.
But listen. Yes. I mean, I really highly doubt from everybody that has talked about this, everybody says that Chris Rock is just a nice guy. He's very nice. He's a very polite guy. He doesn't have a bad bone in his body. Okay, if he's mad or rude to a fan or something, all celebs are rude to fans when you catch them on the wrong day or time or whatever. But I'm saying that I don't really think that Chris thought that far into it to where I don't think he knew about her hair situation. And if he did, I don't think he would have done that.
He didn't need to know she had alopecia to not talk about a black woman's hair publicly. You don't need to know that.
He's just talking about her bald head. And look, here's my point though. The Oscars, it's a quick roast. It's hey, how you doing? I see person B is here. Oh, you got a green mustache on. Crowd laughs. Ha ha ha. Next person. That's all it is. So it's what I'm saying. You're going so deep.
That's where it is.
Listen. His point was it's supposed to be just a quick joke and keep going.
Quick joke about something else than a black woman's hair.
Chris Rock didn't sit there and say, Jada Pinkett, with Jada or whatever. We'll see you in G.I. Jane 2. Ha, did that hurt? Yeah, that hurt, didn't it? I want you to feel it. That hurt. No,
but he didn't.
He didn't. Here's what I'm saying. He wasn't. It was supposed to be just boom, boom, next person. Let's keep going. That's what it is. None of these things are meant maliciously. There are events, planned events when they have roasts for people to just go there all the time. The audience's reaction is always, ooh, like, wow, did you really say that? And it's all in fun. That's what it is. Fun. It's the Oscars. You got to look at every comedian that goes on the Oscars. They talk about the other actors in the crowd and they just keep going. So while I do understand you, not trying to be insensitive with that, I just think we're thinking too far into it.
Well, good. Let me think too far into it and let me put it on people's radar. So this no longer falls off anybody's radar and it doesn't happen ever again. This is an issue. And let me tell you about how hair loss, it's very something in the black community, but I can tell you maybe he didn't know she had alopecia. So
please, let's go with that.
Let's go with that. He still should not be drawing attention. The subject of anything, definitely not no damn jokes, is a black woman's hair. Let's stop talking about a black woman's damn hair. Leave it alone. That's not up for public discussion.
Let's just
and if you're gonna do it, be in front of your own people and do that at the BET Awards and be in a safe space, because in front of the Oscars, that is 99.999% white.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Don't do it there. It's not the audience.
But you can't just say, okay, black women, y'all off limits. Let's talk about the Asian women and the Puerto Rican women and the white women, but let's not just talk about. No, you can't do that.
You can't. Black, you can, because this is not your party.
You know what? You're right. But okay, you're right about that. And when you say that, I feel where you're coming from now that you say that. But like,
how many awards that black people won in the Oscars?
Okay, I'll give you that.
The white Oscars so white, people ain't been nominated. I mean, this is not a place to break us down, because we ain't really invited to this party any damn way.
I'll give you that. I will give you that. But I just think my first. So you won the argument. I'll give you that. But my first reaction is like, yo, we're too sensitive. Why? Like, why do we got to take it there? He's just quickly talking about her and going to the next one. I really think if you sat down with Chris Rock and you asked him, did he mean to offend her? He's going to tell you no. He's going to tell you no.
He's going to say no. He's going to say no. But this is an
he's not maliciously
for him to do better.
He's not
an opportunity for him to do better. He should have known better. And you know what happens? This is I'm not black, I'm OJ. This is some of that shit. Don't be not in touch with the fact that you black and you're talking about other black people. There is a responsibility that you do have to not break down your own kind when we are already a minority and we only got in by coming through the damn kitchen anyway, and there's only a set number of seats that we have.
So let me ask you this. over the past 20 years, you're black. Over the past 20 years, how many people, like, what's been the most popular thing to talk about? Will and Jada, OJ, Will and Jada's swinging, August Alsina just recently.
My point exactly. There's so much other material. You did not need to go after a black woman's hair. There's so many other jokes. I'm not a comedian. I can start them coming right now and tour the Chitlin circuit and make a whole lot of money.
Right. But here's what I'm saying also. Do you now, this is kind of like, oh my God. So I do understand where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. But I really think also that we get too sensitive sometimes about certain things. We do. We really do.
We do. I will agree. We do. But I mean, you have to protect your own kind in a place where you are not really welcome. Like, you're trying to get in. You're trying to do whatever.
So let me
like he should have gone after. There were so many other jokes. That's the other thing. That's a lazy comedian. That's also a lazy comedian.
But I don't think it was meant. It was like, that's why I don't think it was meant to be a gut wrenching joke to where everybody. It was quick. He's going through people quick. He's talking about shit quick. It's quick.
Do your research and write your material out and practice your material, and don't have stuff that's just that off. Now, I expect stuff to be off the cuff of the comedian, but I'm just saying there's certain things that you need to keep top of mind. And if he had this, let me protect the image of black people, or let me not disrespect a black woman, or let me, if he had that top of mind. No, but if he walked his life with that top of mind, that joke wouldn't have happened. There would have been a Will and Jada joke.
No,
you can't so much more material.
You can't be selective, is what I'm saying. You put yourself out there. You are ridiculed. You're up to be ridiculed. People, listen, you're on the red carpet. Everybody's talking about your fucking outfit. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about my outfit.
No. So here's what I'm saying. When Jada and Will went on Red Table Talk, do you think just black people saw that? So these white folks already got their own opinion about her anyway. They've seen this Red Table Talk and my entanglements in August, and how Aug made me feel, and how I'm not being sexually whatever by Will or whatever. You think just black folks are seeing this? White folks see this. White folks know that they swing or whatever the situation is.
So make the joke about that, like Regina Hall did. Regina Hall is her friend. I'm saying,
you can't fucking tippy toe. You can't tippy toe. Now, if it was out that she had this, and Chris Rock knew,
it was out. It's out. It's been out.
You can't say that he knew that she had this.
I don't care. So let me just put it out there as the public service announcement. Don't talk about a black woman's hair. White, black, whatever the hell you are. Let's just leave that off. That is a subject. Now, as a black woman, that's something else. But I'm gonna tell you,
we can't pick and choose how we want to be insulted. Is my point. We can't pick and choose.
Well, guess what?
Certain things are off limits. Certain things are off limits. Slave jokes and the N-word and that type of stuff. But if you come to the award show and you got a big pink flamingo hanging from your head, and you have a bald head or whatever, you're going to get talked about, period. I don't give a fuck if you're white, black, Puerto Rican, Spanish, whatever. You're going to get talked about. So I don't think we should be selective and with our insults. If we know something's wrong. Now, if we don't know something's wrong, then hey, go ahead. Now, if he knew that it affected her how it did, and that she has this disorder, alopecia or whatever, and he knew this, I really think that he didn't know. I really think that.
And I'm past that. It doesn't matter if he knew. You should know this is not for fun, for fair. I'm not a zoo animal based on my hair. And that's how black women's have been talked about. Black women's hair is off limits.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you the fact that, yes, it is talked about. But the woman showed up bald head with no explanation. And here's what I'm saying.
That's no explanation. Many people have. It's been very public. She's been very public.
Chris probably looked out and said, oh, there's Will. There's Jada. Jada's got a bald head. Let me come up with something quick. Just that. I don't think he was saying, you know what? Jada has alopecia.
No, so I agree. This is not the discussion. This is not an argument you and I are disagreeing on. Okay. We don't I will say he probably is oblivious and didn't know. But I'm just saying, but in you, Trey, walking around town, I'm just gonna tell you right now, when you go to your next 99.9% white event, and then you got that 0.1%
I
that
get
are
it.
black people,
I swear I get it.
and when you get your 25 minutes on stage, I'm gonna ask you to not take 5 of those seconds to be you talking about a black woman's hair, making a joke about it.
I got you. I got you. And you know what? I'll agree with you and just skip over that. I get it. But I'm not a comedian. You know, I don't crack jokes for a living. You know, some comedians come up with stuff right then and there. And he probably, like I said, he just looked out. Oh, there's Will. There's Jada. The head. Boom. Let me think of something. You said it wasn't rehearsed.
That's what I heard. He did not. That was not in his rehearsed material. He did that on the fly.
Kevin's a comedian. Kevin Williams is a comedian. I'm sure he's been on stage before and somebody's heckled him or whatever. And he quickly came up with something and joked about it. So I'm on Chris's side to where he was innocent and didn't think that would be offensive.
And I'm just trying to say he's older than I am, 50-some-year-old black man who's married to a black woman who's raising 2 young black women. You should not be learning this lesson now. That you should have already known. And if you didn't know that, where have you not been in touch? And I can't imagine you've not been in touch because you hosted a whole goddamn documentary on black women's struggle with their hair in society and in their culture.
This whole thing would be not even an issue if Jada would have just wore a hat or a wrap or something.
See,
you know?
Now
what?
Don't make me strangle you through. Don't make me strangle you through the thing.
See, now
why she gotta wear a wrap? Why she got? Because you know what she's busy working on? Her self-esteem. Do you know how hurtful it is that when you are losing your hair? Let me say, not just for women, but they had a whole damn industry of the hair club for men before they even ever tried to help a woman with hair loss. There was these white men out there that wanted to be on a jet ski with the wind blowing in their hair. And so they created a whole industry for them to get their little plugs because it was hurtful for those privileged white men to lose their hair with all the privilege in the world and all the money in the world. But it was hurtful for them. So you think it's not hurtful for a woman?
All I'm saying is you're putting yourself out there. Chris Rock has talked about Will and Jada for years. It's been his thing to just talk about Will and Jada.
So much material.
But here's what I'm right. So he selected how she looked that night. I mean, you go to the Oscars to be talked about what you're wearing. Yes, you're going on a red carpet so people can talk about what is it you're wearing today. Where I'm wearing a nice gown.
Let me give you another thing. You're right. So this white woman from Entertainment Tonight saw Tiffany Haddish walk up.
It was hilarious too. I loved it. And
she's like, "Oh, you changed into a different costume tonight."
What money it look like?
She's like, "I'm not wearing a costume.
Yeah.
This is an evening gown."
Yeah.
You know, she didn't ask these other white women about their costume. Costume. So I'm just saying, there are things already ingrained that we are not there yet. We don't have a seat at this table yet. Do not take an opportunity to not have us in all of our glory as much as we can be. You're not mixed company.
You're not paying attention to the bait that's thrown out here, though. The bait Tiffany Haddish had on it looked like a costume. It looked like a green, some type of something. It didn't look like a traditional dress. So she asked her about. So I'm not, that's what I'm saying. So wear a normal damn dress so folks won't ask you if it's a damn costume.
This is where we take fashion choices, you just said.
Right.
We take fashion risks or whatever, and we make choices. But when a white woman walks up and she's like, "Oh, what is this this is a choice. This is a risk." You didn't call it a damn costume. All of a sudden it went to a costume because it was on a black woman.
Oh man, come on now.
You really don't think so?
Alex, Lady Gaga came to one of these award shows and fucking meat.
She came in meat.
How long was she ridiculed? Talked about the subject of comedians' laughter and jokes. That's what I'm saying. If you put yourself out there to be talked about, you're going to be talked about.
Let's see if they ever called it a costume though. Because it was some meat.
But that's what I'm saying though. You bring attention to yourself, you're gonna be talked about. Chris Rock has been riding Will and Jada for years. So why stop talking about? Why am I tippy-toeing now over what I'm saying about them? You know, that's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, you know, don't take opportunities to tear down your own in mixed company.
I'll give you that. Because let's kind of change the page a little bit. I even put it on Facebook where I didn't like how Dave Chappelle was using the N-word when he hosted Saturday Night Live. He just kept using it like he was on Comedy Central. I was like, oh no, Dave, no. But everybody was like, that's him. That's what he does. That's him. So I understand what you're saying. I get it.
Conversations we have when they're not around. And then there's conversations we have when we're in mixed company. And there's jokes we tell and things we do. And we use more ain'ts and we drop the endings off words and we talk about that stuff and we do that. And
I agree.
We are not evolved enough and our society has not gotten to the point where we don't have to code switch, as it's called, or we don't have to pick how we're talking in front of this audience and how we're in front of that to be respected and deemed in the best light. I mean, I want to live in utopia too.
Now,
I absolutely do. We're not there yet.
So
help our cause, please.
So how many years, let me ask you this. How many years has Jada came to the Oscars bald head? None, right?
Answer to that question. Yeah.
Every year she's had her hair done. It's been fabulous. This hair, maybe a wig, whatever the situation is. So now she comes to the Oscars with a bald head. Now it's an attention grabber. That's all I'm saying.
Did he talk about her hair when it was fabulous all these years? I'm just saying.
All right. We kind of see.
If hair is where you're going, then where's the hair jokes for everybody? It just wasn't equal.
I'll give you that. Okay. Got you. Kevin Williams was saying she didn't have a man. Talking about that.
Well, yeah. Her and Common broke up. They did break up. Oh.
She was with a few people, right? I think Tiffany Haddish just has a big mouth. She's the person you don't want to have around when something's going around, and that's like a celebrity code. Just like be the fuck quiet. Don't talk about nothing we're doing and you can come hang with us, So Beyonce made a whole song about it. Do I have to non-disclosure agreements or something? It was a line that Beyonce had in one of her. Yeah. And it was because Tiffany Haddish had said something about what happened at one of their parties. Girl, let's shut the fuck up. Be quiet. This is a rich people thing.
Chrissy Teigen did. Chrissy Teigen be telling all of the business, and John is, has been on carpets like, we're not gonna say that part. You're not gonna talk. And she like, oh, okay, well, because she'd be like, we had sex in the limo on the way over. John is like, what are you doing? She's like, what? Oh, my dress. It's made by he be having because that's Chrissy Teigen. She said all. So maybe Tiffany has got some of that in her.
Man. All right. Well, I'm hitting the Grammys this weekend. Going out to Vegas for the
and what you not gonna do?
275. Huh? What do you mean?
What you not gonna do when you go there?
I will not be gambling when I go to Las Vegas. I will not be gambling. No. The Grammys out this weekend, and Kanye is banned. So hopefully we'll have a repeat weekend, something real nice and juicy to talk about. Kanye should just bust all up in there, like, "Hey, I'm here," and take the mic from somebody. I want to see something like that happen.
Poor Kanye. We need to help him though, because if something happens to Kanye, something bad happens to Kanye.
Bad, like what?
Like dead, kills himself, depression, anything. Makes poor choices.
Let's not even talk about that.
No, but I know it's all serious, but we've had plenty of time to see that an intervention should have happened and somebody needs to talk to help him, that he's got yes men in his corner or somebody who can't get through to him. We have plenty of times to see it. It's not going to be one of those news stories where the serial killer was living next door. And then you see the lady, a little white lady walking her dog. He was the nicest. We never knew. Like, you never saw a sign. It's not going to be one of those situations. We've seen all the signs. So just, we got to figure out how to get Kanye's name out, because he is very talented.
Before we leave, then I told you I was, like I said, going to Vegas. I plan to do this in the hallway. There's this thing that's going around, and it's like one of those videos where I've seen it and I'm like, oh, I want to do one of those. So don't be surprised if you look on my Instagram and you see me doing what Kevin Hart's doing right here. I'm gonna start it over here. Hold on. Do it from the beginning. This is my favorite thing on the internet these days. Hold on. Let me go back to it. Hold on. Can you hear that? You can't hear it now. You can't. Wait, hold on. Can you hear it? I love this, man. I love this. And basically, all you're doing is just skipping. I love this. So you're gonna see a video of me doing this in my Vegas hotel. So once I go viral after that, you'll see it. And can't you see me doing that? No.
Yes, I can see you doing. I just dream of the days where I have enough time and energy to frolic up and down the goddamn hallways of a hotel.
Life is but a dream. You do what you do. Thank you all for checking us out every Wednesday, 9 p.m. right here on Facebook, not Snapchat, Twitter, and also Twitch and YouTube and all of that. Thank you all so very much for taking us out. I'm Trey the Chocolate Job.
I'm Alex Dupree.
Have a great one. We'll see you next week. Hello.